Mark Ecko, and you're in my office at Mark Ecko Enterprises. I started over 13 years ago. I'd been airbrushing t-shirts in the garage of my parents' home. Was having a love affair with hip-hop. Started soliciting all these rappers that I knew I was making custom-made clothes for. Between the internet, growth of media, growing up at a time where hip-hop was something you had to find that didn't find you, all those things had me in the right place at the right time. Men's sportswear that, Ralph built and Tommy emulated is something that's, generationally not as significant to young folks today. And what informs their sensibility is definitely born from a casualness, trying not to look like how your dad dressed. And that's something that is how people want to dress no matter what part of the country you're in. First, we've got my core business, which is the one I started with, 6 t-shirts. That's Ecko Unlimited. That's the brand with the rhino logo, and that's my core business, of which we've broken that into different, different segments. Then we have a division called Mark Ecko Collection.
More or less for the guy who kind of grew up with hip-hop, still into hip-hop, but he's got to dress a little dressier now. He can't wear his pants to his knees, and he can't wear his shirt 15XL.
You have a division called Zoo York, historical New York skateboarding brand. The only really significant one that's kind of broken out and has some international recognition.
Actually, Zoo York in itself is the name of a graffiti crew from the northeast side of New York, and one of the guys that was part of that crew had an opportunity to start making some skateboards on his roof.
We have a brand called G-Unit, which I'm in partnership with 50 Cent on.
G-Unit, the hottest brand in the market, you heard me?
50 Cent, he is kind of like the CEO, I want to say. These are some new designs, spring '06.
In addition to that, we have a video game division, which the first video game comes out this fall. It's called Getting Up Content Under Pressure.
The kids that are actually into graffiti, kids that really feel like they've got some stock in the graffiti culture, have some kind of connection to this, because I think that's what Mark is really going for. It's really important to him to connect with those kids, because that's where he came from, and that's what really inspires him.
We had the good fortune of having some great young talent here. We try to give them as much ownership without micromanaging the creative process. I think that's at the core of the success of what makes this thing work.
My name is Romeo. Do more of the illustration side of things, and we do graphics for the t-shirts. You just find influences from everywhere. It's basically just riding the train or just walking around the city. I remember just growing up, looking out at these shirts and just thinking to myself, that's what I want to do one day. You see people walking around with your artwork on them, and you just want to scream out yeah, I did that shirt, but you kind of keep it to yourself.
At the core, when you boil them all down, erase away what the product is, what we're really selling is our understanding of the demographic and who the customer is.